I thought it would never come to this. I was hopeful, even delusional some people might say, for convincing myself that Hina would have enough self-respect not to do anything drastic this chapter, despite the clear signs that the author has been putting up since Hina decided to still chase after Taiki. I was like, nah, they wouldn't take it too far, because if they did, then this would feel like the biggest level of character regression that I have probably seen since, I don't know, fucking Rent a Girlfriend maybe? But no, all of my delusions were for nothing. She went and kissed him. What's the point of this? Where do we go from here? Because obviously by the way that Taiki reacted and jolted back a couple steps immediately to create space, that he's not okay with it at all. Or at least I would hope this sparks nothing within Taiki other than disappointment and disgust, because if it does spark anything within him in the next week's chapter, I'm gonna lose it. And my overall rating for this manga would go from peak romance sports manga to complete SLOP, right next to Experienced Me and Inexperienced Me. It would go against Taiki's entire character that has been built up for the entirety of this manga, if he even entertains this. I thought that after Chinatsu graduated, we would start focusing more on the sports aspect of this manga, while exploring the difficulties that come with adjusting to adult life with a significant other. After all, Taiki is heading to his last year of high school and his last chance to play in nationals. So I thought personally that it would be much more enjoyable if we just heavily focus on Taiki's badminton training and afterwards maybe turn it into more of a slice of life while exploring other side relationships as well, like we see in many other great romances such as Horimiya and Fragrant Flower. But no, we get this Hina arc that, may I just say, is absolutely killing her character development. She tried to get over Taiki and was making pretty good progress, but then over a year in manga time later decided that yeah, she's actually just gonna chase after Taiki. Or if you want to look at it in chapter length, Taiki fully rejects Hina in chapter 77 and she goes through her arc of trying to accept the outcome of the situation. But then in chapter 208, after the bullet train scene, she decides to say screw that and go full throttle. So nearly 131 chapters later, she decides to do a 180. I don't get it. How is this benefiting Hina's character at all? Is it just to put on a full display on how little she cares about everyone else in the picture? And as long as she wants something, she's going to actively try and get it, even though this something is a committed man who is head over heels in love with his girlfriend? You know what's even crazier? As I was reading this chapter, I was thinking in my head, hold up, Hina's really redeeming herself with this one. And I guess correctly. She really did only pull Taiki aside to give him one of the best pep talks that I have seen out of Blue Box, giving Taiki a space where he can step back for a second and realize that while yes, the situation he is in is difficult at the moment with everything going on with his mom, she's still adjusting to college life, and his badminton play degrading over the past couple of chapters, it would only make him stronger in the future. That all the negative thoughts in his head aren't bad at all, and it's better to actually acknowledge those thoughts than bottling them up. I was about to celebrate, saying hell yeah, W Hina, because she didn't take advantage of the situation to further her agenda, but decided to put her feelings to the side for a moment and truly talk to Taiki as just a friend, hearing him out and giving him a supportive space where he can let out everything that has been holding him back for the past 10 chapters or so, since that is exactly what he needed at this point in the story. And then I flip to the next page and see a whole lot of bullshit on this double spread. I swear, I stared at my fucking phone for a couple seconds, then put it down on my desk and then just sat there in disappointment. So now we're at a crossroads where it will truly decide whether or not this manga becomes SLOP or not. Either Taiki stands on 10 toes and cuts off Hina, establishing a good and concrete border in between them so nothing like this ever happens again, since it goes against Taiki's moral compass to even entertain this, or we're just completely fried and everyone who said Hina's endgame actually got what they wished for in the worst way possible.